Aloha. Hi. It's always such a pleasure to share this space with you. And it's just an honor to share practice with you. It's one of my most favorite things. Today I will be focusing on the shoulders and the hips, two areas where we carry a lot of stress and tension, and so they're always nice areas to focus on. I have been thinking a lot about the difference between impulsive behavior and coming from a place of intuitiveness. And those two operating systems are very different. When we are tapped into our intuition, it's from a place of deep connectedness. It's from a place of being present. And when we are coming from a place of impulsiveness, it's there for a reason, but it's also very different from that intuitive place. So our impulses are usually some form of, it's like a defense mechanism. And you'll often see these impulses come up when you sit to practice or when you sit to work. And I often find it's a voice that speaks from a place of want, but the desires aren't really rooted in actual need. It's not really what I need. So as an example, I will oftentimes when I sit to work, I'll see these wants come up. I'm thirsty, I'm hungry, I should get up and go for a walk. And same thing when we sit on our mats and we sit to practice, we'll see those impulsive things come up both in the mind and in the body. And so I'd like to just invite all of us to be aware of those impulses and without judgment. It's an act of discovery. So when we notice that we are drawn to something, just drawing the consciousness back into the body, into the breath. And yeah, from that place becoming more connected to our intuition, that place of quiet, that place of clarity. We'll find a comfortable seat and allow the eyes to close. A beautiful thing about working with the breath is that the breath happens in the present. The mind can impulsively jump to the past or to the future or to fantasy, but the breath is in the present. It's a beautiful thought to have of all of us breathing together in the present. With the eyes closed, sitting in Sukhasana, easy seat. Allowing the breath to calm the senses. Throughout today's practice, we will be cognizant of impulses, cognizant of where we veer from the present, and just gently guiding ourselves back to the body, back to the breath, without judgment. Observations are discoveries. Finding release in the shoulders as they drop away from the ears. And with every breath, finding more release. With every exhale, more relaxation. You can begin to imagine that our breath is starting in the center of earth. The origin of breath is coming from the very center of earth. So as we breathe, we are breathing with earth. Feeling a lightness in the head as it draws up towards the sky. And beginning to cultivate a stronger connection to that central column of energy, drawing up energy from the earth, all the way up from the root of the spine, all the way up through the crown of the head. Bring an awareness both to the hips, that contact of the body on earth, and to the shoulders. Drawing energy from the root all the way up past the shoulders through the crown of the head. And very gently bringing the palms to the heart. Feeling each one of the fingers touching. In celebration of us coming together, we will open the practice with the sound of Om. Taking a cleansing breath in through the nose. And out through the mouth. Inhaling to share Om. Still feeling the contact of the palms at the heart, reminding yourself of any sankalpa, any personal aim that you're keeping, and infusing the breath with that sankalpa. You can keep the eyes closed or gently open them. And on the next inhale, we'll draw the elbows, keeping the palms and the fingers slightly touching. We'll raise the elbows, inhaling. Exhaling, drawing the forearms back together, the palms come back to the heart. Just taking a few breaths like that. Inhaling, opening up the front of the body. Exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. And we'll draw the elbows up, the fingertips are touching, and then we'll just take the arms out to the side, cactusing the arms. Again, breathing into the heart center, the front of the body. And also finding expansion on the sides of the body and at the back of the heart. Gently drawing the fingers all the way down. You can walk the fingers so that they're facing behind the body, just settling in. Still feeling rooted. Finding more release in the fronts of the shoulders, the heart, the clavicle. And walking the fingers back in we'll take the right arm all the way up, and then the left arm can just draw down. So rooting down into the ground, growing nice and long on that right side. You can take the left arm and bind it behind the back. Good, and very gently turning over to the left so that the body is aligned with the left knee. We'll drop that right hand to the outside of the left knee, twisting. Keeping the breath nice and deep. Releasing that left arm, we'll come back up to center, rooting down through the sits bones. Good, and then dropping that right hand, we'll reach up and over, finding length on both sides of the body. Can take the right arm, binding, rooting down even more, and twisting. So the left hand will come to the outside of the right knee. Growing taller with the inhale and releasing on the exhale. Can release the right arm, coming back up to center. Good, and then opening up the elbows out to the sides, exhaling. We're just going to lift and lower the arms like this, so reaching up, inhaling. Drawing the elbows out wide, exhaling. One more time, inhaling. And exhaling. Good, this time we'll take the right hand down and we'll reach all the way over to the right. See if you can open the heart up to the sky. We'll come all the way up and drop down to the left, reaching up and over. Coming all the way back up, rooting down, opening up the elbows one more time. Good, and just releasing the arms. We'll walk the fingertips all the way out in front, keeping the spine nice and long, so no rounding the back here. Just keeping that nice long line. We'll walk the fingers out. Good, walking all the way over to the left, feeling a nice long stretch, really rooting that right sit bone down. And walking the fingers all the way over to the right, feeling a nice long stretch in the left side. Coming back to center, Walking the fingers in. Good. And we'll come into child's pose. So here in child's pose, you can keep the knees together if you would like more of a stretch in your lower back. And if you'd like more of a stretch in the hips, you can keep the knees wide. So just taking whatever posture is going to support your needs the most. And we'll come all the way down. The arms are outstretched, releasing the neck. Walking over to the right, feeling once again that nice long stretch on the left side of the body. Deep breaths. And walking through center. Coming all the way over to the left, nice long line on the right side of the body. And coming back to center, we'll come up to a tabletop. Spreading the fingers out wide, the hands are right underneath the shoulders, the knees are underneath the hips, and coming to a neutral spine. Inhaling the heart forward, the tailbone swings back. Lifting the heart, lifting the navel towards the spine. The crown of the head is reaching down. And just moving organically at your own speed, moving through cat and cow. Coming back to a neutral spine, we'll just drop the heart. So the neck is nice and long and the heart is going to come down. We're getting into the serratus muscles, lifting and releasing. And pressing through the hands, pressing through the fingers, we'll lift the right leg, lifting it nice and long, and we'll just take the knee and tap the right elbow. So we're stretching the right leg all the way out and drawing the knee to the elbow. I'm going to do this 5 times. 3, 4, 5. Good. We're going to cross the right leg all the way over to the left side, and we will look at that right foot. So you'll feel a nice, beautiful stretch all the way across the right side of the body. Drawing that knee right back home, releasing the hips back. Child's pose, just relaxing the arms this time, drawing the head down. Inhaling, coming back up to tabletop. Stretching the left leg out, balancing. Feeling nice and centered, and we'll draw that left knee to the left elbow. Two. 3. 4. And 5. Extending the left leg, crossing the body, and the head will look at the foot. Keeping the breath nice and long and even. And bringing the knee right back to home, moving through cat and cow one more time. Good, and as the crown of the head moves down, press into the hands, drawing the heart up towards the spine, drawing the navel up towards the spine. Good, and then releasing down onto the forearms. We'll take the feet out, so we're coming into a forearm plank. The neck is nice and long. Just holding here. When we hold postures, it's a good opportunity for self-study for Svadhyaya and seeing what our impulses are. Where does the mind go? Gently bringing the hips all the way down. The heart can come forward. The legs are nice and grounded. And coming all the way down, you can release the arms out. So the right arm is going to come out to the side at shoulder height. And then you're going to press with the left hand, and you're just going to come on to the side. That left leg can drop behind. This should feel good on your shoulder. If you'd like, you can reach down, grabbing the ankle and getting a stretch, kicking into the hand. Nice deep breaths. If you're holding the ankle, you can release. And using that left hand to guide the body all the way back down. And we'll move to the left side. So the left arm is out at shoulder, aligned with the shoulder, at shoulder height. And then pressing with the right, we'll come all the way onto the side. You can relax the head. You can stay here and enjoy the shoulder stretch, or if you'd like, you can reach down for the ankle, kicking into that hand, and getting a stretch in the front of the leg. And releasing, we'll come back. Taking the hands a little wider. So the hands are out to the sides, the elbows are pointed up. We'll inhale, coming up. Always feel free to make adjustments, so you can explore having the hands out a little wider, or maybe drawing the fingers and hands a little bit back. Inhaling, coming up. Exhaling, lowering down. Drawing the fingers and hands back to the lower ribs. Inhaling. And this time as we inhale, we're going to come up really slowly, focusing on lengthening the neck. Exhaling, releasing all the way down. 2 more times. Inhaling, there's a draw at the back of the head. Exhaling, lowering down. Inhaling 1 more time. Exhaling, releasing. And this time we're going to press up to tabletop. Coming into tabletop, we'll curl the toes under, coming into downward facing dog.
So here in downward facing dog, just noticing the alignment of the feet and the hands. The pointer finger should be pointed towards the top of the mat. If you feel lots of tension in the wrists, you can always make a little adjustment and turn the hands to slightly outward. The eyes of the elbows should be facing forward. The hips are reaching up. And melting the heart towards the mat. Even though you're actively stretching, there's a softness about it. You can walk the hands all the way back to the feet. And from here, widening the feet just a bit so they're wider. You can even take them all the way out to the edges of the mat. And then just drawing the head all the way down. Letting the head be heavy. Letting the shoulders relax. Can allow there to be movement, natural movement in the body, not movement that comes from a place of effort, but allowing the body to sway just with the natural prana and movement of the energy in the room. On the exhale, starting to engage Mula Bandha. You can feel the navel drawing towards the spine on the exhale. And taking the thumbs into the elbows, you can allow there to be even more effortlessness in the torso. Allowing that head really to be heavy. You can even bend the knees, creating more room in the back of the body. And releasing the hands, we'll walk the feet right back in so that they're hip width. We'll walk the hands out one by one. Coming back into downward facing dog. Coming up on the toes, rolling forward into plank. And here you can see if you need to adjust your stance as you come back. Once again, coming high on the toes, rolling forward, coming into plank. And holding in plank, and we'll draw the right knee to the right elbow. Taking it back. 2, 3. Good. Taking that right foot all the way back, so both feet are together. Pressing back, downward facing dog. Just feeling into the posture of the shoulders and the hands. And just making sure that the outward rotation of the upper arms is even. Coming onto the toes, shifting forward. We'll take that left knee, just taking it to the elbow. 2, building strength. 1, 3. And that left foot sits down, pressing into the hands, downward facing dog. Coming high onto the toes, shifting forward, and we'll step with the right foot and with the left coming to the front of the mat. Inhaling halfway. Exhaling, releasing. Coming to a forward fold, bending the knees. And straightening them. Just moving with the breath, bending the knees. On the exhale, inhaling as you straighten the legs. Softly bending the knees and straightening the legs. Good. Inhaling halfway. The spine is nice and long. Good. And then releasing. So with the inhale, we're going to come all the way up. Urdhva Hastasana. Exhaling, hands to the heart. Good. We're just moving with the breath, inhaling. Exhaling the hands to the heart. Inhaling the arms up. Feeling the connection with the soles of the feet on earth. Exhaling the hands to the heart. One more time. All right, and this time, inhaling the arms up. And from here, we're going to reach up with the right arm, and we're going to release that left arm behind the back. Rooting down through the feet, still feeling the hips are balanced. And from here, you can lean all the way over to the left. Reaching the heart towards the ceiling, towards the sky. And then releasing, coming back to center, reaching up with the left arm, grounding through the feet as the right arm comes all the way down and binds. Just keeping those hips nice and even, facing forward. The heart can lift up to the sky. You can come all the way over. So we'll release that left arm and take both arms behind the back. So you're going to widen the feet. And feeling openness in the heart. And we'll do this one more time. So the right arm is going to come all the way up. Pressing through the feet, reaching up. We'll reach all the way over. Now, as you come up, you're going to drop that right hand all the way back, and you don't have to, the fingers don't have to find each other behind the back. If they do, that's fine. But if not, just opening, just feeling the stretch with that left arm bound and the right arm dropping behind the back. Deep breaths. We're going to open all the way, and that right arm is going to come back. And this left one is going to drop. And you can reach over with that left arm. And coming all the way back up with both hands, really rooting the feet down. Inhaling and exhaling the elbows out to the sides. Pausing with the shoulders all the way cactused out. Inhaling and drawing the elbows all the way down. Good, so drawing the feet back in so that they're hip width. Inhaling the arms up. And feeling a relaxation in the shoulders, and you can even draw the elbows more out to the side if you want a little bit more release in the shoulders and not as much tension. So just choosing
again, a shape that benefits you. Taking a few breaths here. Drawing the elbows all the way down. Inhaling the arms up. The palms are facing towards each other. Exhaling, reaching out in front of you, keeping the hips nice and aligned right over the ankles. And allowing the body to fully release, coming all the way down. We're going to step back with that left foot. Dropping the knee down to the mat, finding our stability, finding our foundation. We'll bring the hands up to the knee. And here we want to be pressing and supported by our connection to earth. And we don't want to be arching the back. So you can go deeper into the stretch, but without arching the back. Inhaling the arms up, and we'll move dynamically, inhaling and exhaling, drawing the elbows out to the sides. Inhaling. Exhaling. One more time. Good. Drawing the hands down. The hands will frame the foot, and we'll bring that left knee off the mat. We're going to come up into high crescent, so staying on the ball of the foot in the back, finding your foundation before you come up, inhaling the arms up. Exhaling, elbows out to the side. Inhaling, and exhaling. Good. You can root that back foot down. The hips remain facing forward, and we're going to inhale, straightening the front leg, reaching up. Exhaling, elbows come out to the side. One more time. Good. And reaching the arms all the way out front, drawing that right hip into the body, so the hips are still oriented towards the front of the mat. Releasing the hands. We'll bring the feet together. Good. Pressing up, downward facing dog. Finding a slight bend in the knee. Lifting the hips even higher, pressing into the palms of the hand. Releasing tension in the shoulders. Releasing tension in the neck. Coming high on the toes, shifting forward, stepping forward with the right foot, and then the left. Crown of the head reaches down. Inhaling, long spine, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhaling, releasing. Inhaling. Halfway lift. Exhaling, releasing. We're going to take a little baby twist. The right hand is going to come to the left foot. Just gently looking over to the left. You can bring that left hand to the hip. Coming back to center. Moving to the opposite side, so the left hand comes to the right ankle. The right hand can come to the hip. Coming back to center. And releasing the head again. It's easy, you can see me do it. It's easy to have the tendency to want to pick up the head. So just drawing the head down and bending the right knee. Breathing into
wherever the feeling, wherever the sensation is the strongest. And switching sides. Coming back to center, inhaling halfway. Exhaling, releasing. Pressing through the feet, coming all the way up.
And exhaling the elbows all the way out to the sides. Drawing the hands all the way down. Good. We can take a couple of shoulder rolls, so just lifting the shoulders up and back. Good, and then bringing the fingertips to the shoulders. You can make circles forward, drawing the elbows in. Closing the eyes, you can really get into the sensations of the body. Listening to what the body is saying. Good, and then the next time the elbows are facing forward, taking the arms out. So it's as if you have a block in between your hands. We're just going to draw the arms in, plugging the arms into the sockets, and releasing. Good. And gently bringing the hands above the head as you inhale. Elbows out to the side, exhaling. Inhaling the arms up. Good, and we're gonna fold forward, drawing the spine nice and long, pausing when we're halfway, reaching out. Releasing, the hips are right over the ankles. The crown of the head is down. We're gonna step back with that right foot. Drawing the knee all the way down to the mat, finding your foundation. Doing your best not to arch the back. The hips are facing forward. If you'd like to go deeper into the stretch, you can release without arching the back. And inhaling the arms above the head. We'll move, exhaling, the body comes down. Inhaling, the arms come up, body comes up. Good, releasing the hands. We're gonna come up on the ball of the foot, on the right foot. We're gonna balance, coming all the way up into high crescent. Finding your balance, finding your steadiness. The elbows come down. Inhaling. Exhaling. And if you lose your balance like I almost just did, it's okay. You just found your edge. You can always widen the feet so that they're on parallel tracks. Good, and rooting that back foot down, the hips are facing forward. We'll inhale, straightening that front leg, and exhale, bending. The arms are gonna reach out in front as we draw the body forward. That left hip is plugging in. Good, releasing, taking the feet back. Good, coming into plank. The neck is nice and long. Pressing back, downward facing dog. And shifting forward, and this time we'll step forward with the left foot and then the right. Good.
Inhaling halfway. Exhaling, releasing. Inhaling, coming all the way up. Exhaling, the elbows out to the side. The heart is shining forward. Releasing the hands all the way down. Good, and just standing. Feeling steadiness. Feeling the shoulders relax. Good, inhaling the arms up. Exhaling the arms out in front of us. We'll lace the fingers together and we'll stir the area in front of our hearts. This should feel really nice on the shoulders. Just allowing the shoulder blades to glide. Good, and the next time the hands are away from the body, we'll move in the opposite direction. Good, taking the hands all the way out. Good, releasing the fingers, the arms come above the head. And this time taking a little back bend, so the back bend is supported by the feet pressing into earth. The hips are nice and steady and forward. You can feel the tailbone. The tailbone isn't tucked, but it's just ever so slightly drawing down. From that place, you can open the heart, bending back. Exhaling, folding forward. Inhaling halfway. Exhaling, releasing. We're going to place the hands to frame the feet, stepping back with the right and then the left. Coming down to Chaturanga, holding, pressing back up. Pressing through the fingertips. Coming back into Chaturanga, holding, pressing. And this time you can set the knees down, coming all the way down. Inhaling. Heart is shining forward. Relaxing the shoulders. Exhaling, one vertebra at a time. Pressing back. Downward facing dog. Checking back in with the breath. You can center the left foot, lifting the right, bending the right knee, opening up to the side, and then we'll look, we'll gaze over the left shoulder at the bottom of the foot. Coming back to center, you can lengthen that leg, and we're going to shift forward, tapping again the knee to the elbow. Reaching back, shifting forward, strong hands. One more time. Good. Reaching that right leg up. We'll set the foot down. You can bend the knees, one and then the other. Lifting that right leg. We'll draw it forward, stepping the right foot down. Good. So working on the foundation. That back foot is going to draw down. Our alignment is for Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. So the heel of the front foot is aligned with the arch of the back. The front knee is right over the ankle. Finding your foundation. Pressing into earth as you come up. Good. Lengthening the arms. Strong arms. Strong line between running right through the body. So you can imagine the lines of energy. And just sensing that that back arm is even with the front. Your body is like it's in one plane between two planes of glass. Engaging the arms.
So the arms are plugged in, but reaching out at the same time. Reaching up with the right, that left hand can be long. Then binding and reaching up and over. Once again, turning the heart towards the sky. Just feeling that the front knee is over the ankle. We're gonna come unfolded and bring that right hand to the inside of the knee, and we're gonna open the heart up before even raising that left arm. So really focusing on rooting down through the feet and opening up the heart, and then you can lift that left arm, feeling even more expansion. Seeing if you can relax the shoulders. And drawing eventually the left arm up and over. Head coming down. Lifting that back foot, coming back to a centered place, and the feet will meet each other. Head hanging out in plank. Pressing back. Coming back to the present, coming back to the breath. Shifting forward, stepping with the right, and then the left. Inhaling halfway. Spine is nice and long. Exhaling, draping the body all the way down. Inhaling, coming all the way up. Urdhva Hastasana. Rooting down through the feet, little back bend. Exhaling the hands to the heart. I'm feeling nice and centered. Aware of the steadiness of both the shoulders and the hips. Inhaling the arms above the head, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhaling, coming all the way down. And inhaling halfway. Exhaling, releasing, setting the hands down, stepping back this time with the left and then the right. Coming into Chaturanga. Pressing up. Again, Chaturanga, and pressing up. And this time you can come all the way down. And releasing the legs, lifting the right leg, and then the left. Inhaling. Exhaling. Pressing up, downward facing dog. Finding steadiness. Lifting the left leg. Again, bend that knee, opening up. Gazing over the shoulder, looking at the bottom of the foot. Feeling that nice long stretch all along the left side of the body. Coming back to center, we'll shift forward. Just tapping that elbow. So left knee to left elbow, reaching back, growing stronger. One more time. Good. So coming back, you can settle both the feet, bending the knees one and then the other. And eventually, you'll step forward with that left foot. Good. So finding your foundation, the front
knee is right over the ankle. The heel is aligned with the arch of the back foot. You'll come up.
Virabhadrasana, warrior two. So feeling that there's engagement in the arms. The arms are active and they're plugged in and also reaching out. Good, reaching up, rooting down even stronger through the feet. You can bind that right hand. Good, bathing back, the heart is rotating towards the sky. Coming back, we'll unwind, coming into extended side angle. Nice long line between the back edge of the foot and the fingers. Good, coming down. With the hands, the feet meet each other. Pressing back, downward facing dog. So you can take the hands out just a little bit wider. You can bend the elbows and wrap them in and up. So you can really feel that outward rotation in the upper arms. The hands are nice and grounded into the mat. Shifting forward. And we'll step, this time with the left, and then the right. Forward fold. Inhaling halfway. Exhaling, releasing. Inhaling, coming all the way up. Exhaling the elbows out to the sides. The elbows come all the way down. Finding the fingers behind the back. Opening up the heart. Releasing the hands. We'll step and take a wide stance. Good. Here the arms can come out and up. Feeling nice and expansive. And exhaling, come forward. Releasing all the way down. You can widen the legs, but you don't want to be so wide that it's hard to support the body. The crown of the head is reaching down. Exploring what it feels like to bend the knees just a little bit. Really letting that head be heavy. And then coming back, straightening the legs. The fingers can walk through. Coming back to center, spine is nice and long, and feeling, just checking in with the shoulders. Seeing if you can find extra release here in this halfway lift. The neck is nice and long. We're going to walk the right hand to the left ankle. You can draw the left hand to the left hip, twisting. Slowly releasing, coming back to center. The left hand will travel to the right. And the right can travel to the hip.
And coming back to center. The hands can come to the hips. Inhaling, coming up. Taking the arms above the head again. Exhaling, the hands can find the hips once again. The toes can point outward. Good, we're gonna stretch all the way over to the right. And all the way, sorry, that was the left, the right arm traveling to the left. And now we'll do the left side. One more time, each side. Stretching the right arm all the way over to the left. Coming back up through center. Stretching the left side, reaching all the way over to the right. Good, bringing the hands back up. We're gonna draw the feet just in a little bit and drawing the hips all the way down. We're gonna come into Malasana. So the hands are at heart center and the hips are drawing down. Releasing the hands and drawing the legs straight, just folding forward. Crown of the head reaches down. Hands can come to the hips. Standing, we'll come back to the front of the mat. Good, and settling into the body at the front of the mat, we're gonna practice some balancing. So we're gonna shift into the left foot. We're gonna make sure that the gaze is nice and steady. You can draw the right knee into the body. This is a good opportunity to flex and point the foot. You can make circles. Good, and then we're gonna cross the right foot over the left knee. Just finding your balance. The hands can come to the heart. The gaze is nice and steady. The breath is nice and steady. Gradually begin to bend, deepening the crease of the hips. Settling in, and we're gonna stay here. Good opportunity to see where those impulses are. Good. We're gonna come up, but keep the cross of the leg. We're gonna come all the way up and then deepen the crease. Sitting back again. And we're gonna do this 3 times. Good. And then as you come up, you're gonna straighten that right leg, holding it out, just holding. Good. You're gonna release it, swing it back, keeping it nice, the foot nice and flexed. You're gonna come all the way down, warrior 3. You can keep the hands at the heart, or if you'd like to play, you can take the arms all the way back. Or forward. Eventually, you'll take the arms down and you'll lift standing splits. That right leg is lifting. And eventually the feet will meet each other. You can widen the feet a little bit, bending the left knee, keeping the right straight. Relaxing the shoulders, there's no effort there. If you think about a dog, when they are alarmed or something startles them, all of their hair on their back stands up. And it's that tension in the back. So when we are stressed, when we are in a state of being alarmed, or just carrying around tension, we will do the same thing. The back muscles, the back of our neck tends to contract and hold stress. So just consciously letting that go, dropping the head. Good, and then you can bend the right knee, switching sides. Again, consciously releasing any tension in the shoulders and the back. You can imagine cool water just running like a waterfall down the back of the body, taking any tension out of the body and just washing it away, giving it to earth to transform. And coming back to center, the hands can come to the hips and we'll stand again. And if you'd like, you could take more circles with the shoulders back. Good, taking the shoulders all the way up to the ears and dropping them down. Inhaling the hands to the shoulders, forward circles. Big movement, lots of movement. Good, and coming to balance on the other side. So we'll root into the right side. We'll ensure that the gaze, our drishti, is steady. And you can cross the left foot over the knee. Just taking a moment to just settle in. And we'll gradually deepen the crease of the hips, sitting back. Stidham. Steadiness. Right, and then we'll actively stand, inhaling and exhaling, deepening the crease. Three times. Good, and then this last one, taking the foot, the left leg, just reaching it out in front, keeping that steadiness. That leg is going to swing back, warrior three. No judgment, just having fun. Maybe you can play with the arms or release the hands all the way down, lifting that back foot. Releasing the head. And then the feet will come to meet each other. You can bend the left leg and then the right. Very good. The hands can just come down and you can step back with the right leg, back with the left. Plank. Neck is nice and long. Dropping the knees, coming all the way down. Taking the hands out wide. The elbows are pointed up, inhaling. We're going to drop just the right shoulder. So you're looking over to the left. Taking 3 deep breaths and really feeling the support of the earth underneath you. Inhaling, coming all the way up. And this time the left shoulder drops down. Resting the head. 3 deep breaths. Good. Coming back to center. We're going to take the hands into the body and press up. So we're going to come into child's pose. And this time we'll take the arms all the way behind the back. The fingers can find each other. You're going to find relaxation in the space between the center of the upper back, the shoulder blades. You can take the palms, have them face up to the ceiling, and walk the palms all the way up the back, releasing the elbows. Deep breaths. Good. We're going to come up by straightening the arms, coming all the way up. Very good. We're going to take the legs, swinging them out in front. Taking Dandasana. So the legs are going to straighten. The feet are nice and flexed. The hands are at our sides. Good. Fixing the gaze again. So the gaze is steady, holding us in the present. Releasing. We're going to fold forward, and you can do this by either walking the hands all the way out, or you can find a little bend in the knees, and that creates more room in the back of the body so that you can go deeper into the stretch. So you can bend your knees, breathing length into the spine. And if it's comfortable, you can gradually straighten the legs, keeping the spine nice and long. The heart is lifted. Releasing, coming all the way back up. Good, and we'll center ourselves in the middle of the mat, coming all the way down. Good, and once you're there, the feet can walk back towards the body, lifting the heart so that the shoulder blades will come underneath the body. Good, and we'll lift the hips. Pressing the feet into earth. You can imagine that there's a block in between your knees. So there's this energetic hugging towards the midline. And then you can also imagine this outward energy that's coming as if your knees are also pressing out. So as you do that, the feet press into the ground. If you'd like to go deeper, you can lift the heart even higher.
Exhaling the hips all the way down. Good, inhaling, lifting, and this time the arms will come overhead. And exhaling, the arms come down. So as you're doing this, you want to make sure that there's no tension in the neck. The neck is nice and long even though we're lying on the ground. Inhaling, the arms come up overhead, pressing into the feet. And exhaling. And one more time. Good, we're gonna take a simple twist. So you can take the left leg out long, the right will come into the body. Good, and we'll take that right knee and cross the body. You're gonna gaze over your right shoulder. In the twist, you can find a little bit of movement with that right knee, drawing it up and down. And just finding stillness, deepening the breath. Slipping the breath underneath that right shoulder blade. And coming out of it by drawing the knee into the body. And we'll switch sides. So you can switch sides by taking that right foot up to the ceiling. It's nice and flexed, the sacrum is grounded. Good, and we'll switch. Good, switch. Switch. Good, and then bending that left knee and crossing the body. And gazing over the left shoulder. Slipping the breath underneath that left shoulder blade. Here you can find stillness, or if you'd like to explore the hip, you can draw the left knee up and down. And maybe you'll find a spot that feels extra good. Deepening the breath, finding stillness. Good. Releasing, coming back to the back, straightening that left leg all the way up to the ceiling. Good. Taking both legs up to the ceiling, nice and flexed. You can swing the legs from side to side so the legs become like a metronome. Good, and then settling in, pointing and flexing the feet. And slowly drawing the legs all the way down. Good. So we'll take one more simple twist. The right leg will come into the body. You'll take the left foot to the floor. So we're doing a pigeon, except for on our backs. So the right foot is crossing over the left, like a figure four. You can lift the leg, reaching through the legs. The right knee is traveling away. The left leg is being drawn towards the body. And dropping everything over to the left. Again, cactus the arms. Starting to feel a heaviness, a groundedness in the body. Coming back, we'll switch. So the right leg or the right foot comes to the ground. The left ankle is over the right leg. And we'll draw the right leg towards us. The left knee is moving away from the body. And eventually we'll drop everything over to the right, cactusing out the arms. Feeling the coolness of the breath. Good. Coming back to center, releasing the legs, and we'll set up for Shavasana. So lengthening out the legs, you're going to really want to support the body in being comfortable. So just making any adjustments. You can lift the heart. And as you settle in, just trying to make a symmetrical shape. Preparing the body to receive the breath, to receive rest. The eyes are closed. We'll do a body scan, so just taking the awareness, and the body is resting, the awareness moves. I associate our impulses with tendencies, and those tendencies become habitual. And while they're there for reasons, they're often not what serves us. So we can observe the tendencies in the ways that we hold our body. So just doing a scan of the body as it's resting, and just seeing if you can identify any place in the body where there's added tension that serves no purpose. It's not needed right now. So everywhere where you take the awareness, you begin to wash the body with cool relaxation. You can imagine the breath is light. You can do this body scan methodically, or you can just move the awareness intuitively around the body, just checking it out, exploring. Seeing if there's tension in the head, the eyes, the jaw. And bringing the breath to the neck, the shoulders, the arms, the hands. The space of the heart, and everywhere where the awareness goes, everywhere where the breath goes, and just brings this quiet relaxation, clarity. And exploring without judgment, and taking the awareness anywhere where it's needed. And letting go of any effort, the body rests on the mat. And deepening the breath. And the body remains resting. The eyes remain closed. And bringing the awareness to the soles of the feet. Noticing the sensation at the soles of the feet. And bringing the awareness to the palms of the hands. And to the sockets of the eyes. And the crown of the head. Can begin to open up the fingers, open up the palms, point and flex the feet. And draw the arms up above the head. Stretching the body long. And gently we'll come to the right side, resting the head on the arm.
Feeling settled, feeling supported and nourished. Eventually we'll press up, trying to keep the eyes closed. We'll come back to Sukhasana, easy seated. You can place the right hand in the left with the thumbs touching. Feeling a length in the neck and an openness in both the front and the back of the body, both the front and the back of the heart, the whole space around the heart. Let's find in stillness. And bringing the palms together at the heart, honoring this present moment, remembering that it is in the present that we share breath. That present moment of the breath is shared, that it's a gift, and we can always draw our mind back from fantasy, back from past or present, into the present through our breath. So the mind can jump to the future, can jump to the past, or can be lost in fantasy, and we can draw the mind back into the gift of the present moment through the breath. Closing with Hari Om, taking a cleansing breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Inhaling to share Om. Om Hari Om, Hari Hari, Hari Om. Shanti, 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 Hari Om. Namaste. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for practicing with me. I hope you all have a wonderful day.